Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about experience. So let's get into it. So the question in question was, Frederick, is industry experience worth more than experience in a specific technology when one is becoming a software developer? It depends a little bit. Um, so specific technologies, like guys, when you get to a certain level of experience as a software developer, it's not it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to transition between different tech stacks, but at the same time it doesn't say that you can't. So usually when you are in your earlier days, the specific tech that you are using, or at the very least your ability to adopt a new tech tool of some sort, is the thing that's going to matter most. So in that scenario, it's better for you, because you don't really have industry experience, to have strong technology, a strong tech understanding of the specific tools that are requested. Now the problem with this is that puts practically every software developer and also every single company in a very bad position, because if companies only consider software developers from the perspective of that they need to have a specific stack, it will be almost impossible for you to hire people. No question about it, because the ecosystem of tools is almost as diverse as there are tech companies in the world. It is borderline impossible to find software developers who know all the same tools that you are using. It's very, very difficult. And so what usually happens is that the more experienced you get, the one part is that, of course, and you learn how to program in well enough that it doesn't really matter what tools you are using. If you're, well, that's not always true, but the really good software developers will get to that point. And so in that scenario, a lot of companies will, due to the fact that you already have prior experience with other programming languages, at least give you a chance to prove that you can adopt this new stack that they are using, or the tools that they are using. Some will not, but most of them will, because they realize that the depending on the tools now, the transition isn't all that high. It's and the overall knowledge that you have of the industry is the thing that is really important, because a person who doesn't know a specific tool but is really, really good will learn that tool and still be really, really good. But a person who is shit at programming and only knows one specific tool, or knows exactly the tool that you are looking for, is still going to be shit, if that makes sense. It's sort of like if you are a carpenter or something like that, where a good carpenter knows how to build the entire building, but might need to be trained in some small portion of the thing. But someone who's shit at it might know exactly all the right things to do it in the way that you want it, but they're still going to churn out a really bad, like, building, like it's going to collapse. And that is the thing, that is that balancing act all the time, because sometimes it's the case that you just need someone to produce really good results, but sometimes you need an expert in a specific tool, because maybe you have other people maybe it's a new tool, maybe you are transitioning your tech stack within the company, and you need people who are extremely good at training other people in a specific tool, or so forth and so forth. So it's a very difficult thing to say that one is better than the other. It is always a mix of the two. I hope that makes sense to you. It's really down to, can you produce the results that are necessary for the company? And that is almost always the case. Almost no exceptions to that rule. So what I want you to take away from this is that it's impossible to say if industry experience or knowing a specific technology is better or more important when getting work within software development. Usually both are required in order to readily get work. If you are experienced and have the right tools from the company that you're applying to, then then that's pretty much the best situation for you. But if you have to sort of talk about one or the other, well, then industry experience is the thing that is worth the most, but you need to be able to adopt the specific tech stack that is relevant for that specific position, and that comes with you basically proving that you've either already done something like that or you have extreme knowledge of everything around it. Because I hope you understand this, guys, when we're talking about a specific tech stack, a lot of the things and all the problems and solutions and so forth are completely, like, they're the same for all the different programming languages and frameworks and so forth. It's just that you use a specific tool to solve those problems. And if you can prove very definitively that you understand everything around the actual tool or the language itself, well, then there's really no reason why you can't adopt that tool, because you have already understood how to build the building, so to speak. And now we just need you to learn the specific thing that they are using in that company. But in some cases, knowing a specific technology is more important. So it's really hard to say that one is more than the other. It's it is what it is. It usually starts with you learning a specific tech stack, getting into the industry, and then just acquiring industry experience as you go along. And there's really nothing more to it than that. Have a great day.